Okay. Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to MACSGATE. So, under Python programming, we are talking about data types and variables. Okay, in this part 5, we talk about dictionaries and sets. Before that, let us quickly revise, the data types which we already discussed, mainly the sequence types. Okay. So, there are mainly 4 properties which we can discuss for all these sequence types. What are the 4 properties? Whether they are ordered or not. Ordered means whether you can access the elements by index or not. Okay, obviously all the sequence types are ordered because we can access the elements of sequence by index. Okay, so they are all ordered by index. Are they mutable or not? Mutable means the state or the values can change or not. Okay, and out of all these, list is mutable, and byte arrays, which is a variant of bytes, actually mutable variant of bytes, is also mutable. Remaining all, like strings are immutable, tuples are immutable, bytes are immutable, even range is immutable. Okay, then comes whether they contain elements of same type or elements of different types. Homogeneous means they contain elements of same type. Heterogeneous means they contain elements of different types. Now, if you observe strings, strings contain elements of same type because generally the characters we are going to use. So, they contain kind of homogeneous elements, you can say. And list, they can contain objects of different types. Okay. And tuple, if you consider, they are also contains objects of different types. No problem. See, even if they contain objects of same type, there is no restriction. See, when I say heterogeneous means you can have objects of different types. That is, objects of different types are allowed. If you want to make them objects of same type, your wish, no problem. That is the point to be noted here. Okay. Then comes bytes. Bytes are obviously homogeneous because the elements are bytes here. Okay. So because of that. And when bytes are homogeneous, obviously byte arrays are same because they are the just mutable variants of bytes. Then comes range. Obviously range of elements in a particular range of integers actually. So obviously it is homogeneous collection. That is, range should contain elements of same type. Then comes whether duplicate elements are allowed or not. Only in the range duplicates are not allowed. In remaining all, duplicates are allowed. Because of that, here in range we cannot do the concatenation and repetition operations. Please note, these are the basic properties about the data types which we already discussed. Hope you understand. Okay. Now let us start today's session with dictionaries. See, Python dictionaries are built-in mapping type. And in some other programming languages, you may be having associate arrays or hash tables. So similar to that, in Python we are having this built-in mapping type. So dictionaries are also called maps. They actually map keys to values. So they are actually what, sir? They are actually key value pairs. Dictionary is an unordered. There is no order, but there is a small twist in the story we try to understand. Okay, as a whole, if you see dictionary, it is unordered, mutable. The elements can change. Okay, you can add, remove the elements. Unordered, mutable collection of key value pairs. Unordered, mutable collection of key value pairs. So you can consider this key value pair as an item. You can call this key value pair as an item. So here in the dictionary, one item is actually a key value pair. So if you observe the other data types, we have only single object, but here one item, I am just calling it as item. One item contains 2 objects. One is key object, the other one is value object. Key value pairs you call it. Okay, and it is actually dictionary is a mapping between set of keys and set of values. So keys are associated with the values. Okay, so dictionaries are arbitrary collection of objects. That is, objects can be of different types, indexed by keys. See here, unlike our sequences, you cannot access the elements by the integer indices, but here you can access the values by keys. So the values are, you can have different objects, sir. Values need not be of same type. You can have different type of objects can be there, and these values, because values are associated with keys, so using keys I can access the values. We try to understand with examples. Okay, so that is the story about dictionaries. So let us quickly write down some important properties of dictionaries here. So here the keys, or you can say items, are, that is, as a whole, if you see, the items of dictionary are not ordered. That is, you cannot get the key value pair with any index, like dictionary name and 0 index. You cannot get the elements or items of the dictionary. That is, key value pair, you cannot get it. Okay, you cannot access the key value pair directly, my dear friends. Okay, there is, maybe using for loops you can get those fellows, but directly you cannot access that particular key value pair. So items, and hence the keys are also unordered, but the values are ordered, because you can access the values using the keys. So here for values, keys acts as indices. Okay, so if you see dictionary as a whole, it is unordered, but within the dictionary the values are ordered by keys. That is, we can access the values using keys. Okay, so we can access the values using key indices. That is the idea. Now in dictionary, keys are unique. You cannot have different keys, my dear friends. Suppose you use a key, you cannot repeat it. Duplicate keys are not allowed, but values can be duplicated. Values can be repeated. Keys cannot be repeated. Suppose if you use, suppose I am using a key object like 5. 5 can be used only once. Suppose if it is value can be repeated any number of times, but key cannot be duplicated. And dictionaries are mutable. That is, you can add elements, remove elements, update things. So that are all possible in dictionaries. But the keys which you use, the keys are immutable type of objects. That is, the keys must be like, they can be numbers. Okay, what are the immutable types? So keys can be numbers. Any immutable type can be used as a key, my dear friends. Am I clear? Like that. Then dictionary keys are case sensitive also. Okay, suppose if I use for example if I use key as like num, suppose this is the key. Suppose if I use key capital NUM, then it is different. So please be careful. Dictionary keys are case sensitive also. Okay, if you just change one character or one letter, it is case sensitive. You have to be careful with that. Okay, now let us see how we can create dictionaries, my dear friends. Let us see how we can create dictionaries. So this is the syntax, my dear friends. You can write some dictionary name, okay, and using this curly braces or braces, you can simply call them, you are going to create dictionary. And within the curly braces, the items, item in the sense key value pairs, are separated by comma, and between the key and value you should write the colon. That is, key values are separated by colon. So let us create one dictionary, my dear friends. Let us create one dictionary. Okay, maybe like roll number names. Okay, so school record, maybe school record. I am writing a school record. So in this school record, what I am having, sir? I am creating it as a dictionary. So here I am having different items which are separated by comma, where each item is a key value pair. So I just say roll number 1. Okay, roll number 1 colon Babu. You can write different names, sir. That is the first item. Second item, roll number. See, it's not necessary that I need to use 1, 2, 3. I'm just giving a simple example here. You can try different examples, sir. Maybe your roll numbers are big numbers, you can use it. Suppose you have a different identifiers as roll numbers. Okay, maybe you may have like 1A, 2F, 3, 4. Okay, but that should be properly defined. It should be a variable or any immutable type. Maybe even this may be a string. Even the roll number may be a string. That can be done, no problem. But first let us take one simple example. Later on we can explore that. 2 let us say Raju, 3, okay, Rani. You can write different names, sir, no problem. Chitti, any names you can write. So this is your dictionary. This is how we create it. So here this is one item, key value pair. So this is key and this is the value, key value. Now the question is, what can be the keys? Keys can be any immutable object. Values can be any object. Actually, there is no restriction because values can be anything, my dear friend. Actually, you can also have a list as a value, no problem. Am I clear? So that is the basic idea here, my dear friends. So once you create it, let us check whether it is fine. There is no problem. You can create it. Am I clear? You can create it. Now you can access this Babu using, key index, not normal regular indexer. Here the keys acts as index. You don't have index for accessing the items of the dictionary, but values can be accessed using keys. Values can be accessed using keys. So here I can say 1, then I can get that. What is that? Babu, I can get it. Suppose if it is say 100, something like this, then it will be error because this key is not present. Now suppose if I change this, suppose I changed that school record, it is an error because this key is not available in this particular dictionary. So please be careful. Key error, you are going to get key error. So you have to use proper keys, my dear friends. You have to use proper keys. So then it is fine. Okay. You can try different examples, my dear friends, for this. Now let me take this, copy paste this. I'll just change the key types. As I mentioned, keys can be any immutable types you can use. Okay. So let us use a string. Okay. 1, 2. I'm just writing some names for them. Okay. 3. And this I call it as 4. Is it clear? So now how can I access this particular, because I changed it, no problem, sir. School record. Okay. Now, because I changed it, if I access with the original previous number, that doesn't work, sir, because there is a key error, because now you changed it. Now how you can access this values? What are the keys here? This is your key, sir. That 1, string 1 is the key. And now here, as I mentioned, this can be any other thing. Am I clear? Here I'm just mentioning school record, so you should have proper roll number and name. Okay. Or you can have name and marks also. Any different combinations are possible. Or maybe if you are having a school record, let us say for a name, you have a roll number, you have marks, and you have some other information. That all can be given. For example, I create another school record. Let me create another school record. I'll just write this time SR for the school record. So here what happened? I have names. So here the names are the keys. For Babu name, there are many values associated. For this name, I am associating many values. The roll number is 1. His marks are 23 marks. Okay. Maybe marks, you can say rank also you can say, or grade, you can say B grade. But B means it should be a string. See, numbers you can have whenever you are writing characters, please see there must be a strings or it should be a valid identifier. Similarly, for other names, you can try this. Maybe for Raju, and Raju must be a string. This is a valid identifier. And for this fellow also, I am associating some, information. His roll number is 2. His marks are say 45, and his grade is say better grade A, like that. So now you can access these fellows. Okay, that is the information using the keys. So now what happened? SR. Now what is it? The string, that is key. Key here is Babu. So if you access, what happened? You are going to get, okay, sorry, this should be capital R. This should be capital R. There is some mistake. We made some mistake in this. Okay, what is the mistake? Let us check this. 245A. No mistake. Name SR, it is a dictionary, it is fine, everything is fine, Razu is fine. 45, you can have multiple because this is a mutable type. Value can be mutable type, no issue here. Can anyone suggest me what is the mistake which has happened? Name SR not defined. We defined it, huh? Why it is saying not defined? Let me remove this. Yeah, now it is defined properly. Okay, small SR. Okay, maybe I use small Babu. Now I get this. Is that clear? So you need to be very careful with what you are writing. Maybe I used, I think SR is equal to or something I might have used. Please verify that. Now again, this is a list. This is a list. So in this list, I can access the elements with indices. I can access the elements with indices because with SR Babu, I am going to, reference this particular list. Within the list, I can access the elements by indices. So I can access the first element with 23, second element with, okay, the index 2. Because when I say SR Babu, that key is actually referencing to that entire list. Okay, so this SR Babu is just like, identifier that is actually referencing to that particular list. Once you are referencing to any list, how can you access individual elements, sir? Using indices. That is how we can access the elements. Hope you understand. Any doubt in this? Is that clear? Okay. Now, how can you create an empty dictionary? You can have empty dictionary, sir. I can just give you the name empty dictionary. I'll just write that name. You can write any other name, sir. No problem. And please don't use the, identifiers as like, like list or dictionary like that. Don't use. That is not a good practice. Yesterday also we had some issue because of that. Please be careful. So I can create empty dictionary like this. Just curly braces without any information. Okay. So this will create an empty dictionary, my dear friend. This will create an empty dictionary. This will create an empty dictionary. If you want, you can just check what is this empty dictionary elements. You can run this. Then you can see this is empty dictionary. Actually, we can also create this empty dictionary using built-in function dictionary. So if I use built-in function dictionary, I can create this empty dictionary, my dear friend. Even this will create the same empty dictionary. This will also create same empty dictionary. Oh, sorry. Please be careful with the names. Am I clear? See, actually we are having this built-in functions like list. Yesterday we had some issue. This can create list of elements. Okay, from different sequences. If you are having different sequences, we can create list from that, my dear friends. For example, if you are having list say 23, 45, 67, from this I can create a list object. I just call it as list object. Okay, please be careful with your syntax. List object, I can create it. Okay, so let me check this. This will create this list object. Now, what is this list object, sir? I get this. Actually, if it is a tuple, can I create it? From a tuple, can I create a list object? Still, it can be created. And from range also, I can create this, sir. From range also, we can create. Suppose if you are having range, that is that list function. They are like built-in functions, sir. List is a built-in function, tuple is a built-in function, dictionary is a built-in function, set is also a built-in function. We can use this built-in function to create, a particular type of elements. Am I clear? That is possible, my dear friends. So here what happens? You see this range 5 means what? You get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and that is converted to list. Okay, like that. Hope you understand. Clear. But with the dictionary, if you want to create elements, you have to see, because in dictionary what type of elements you will be having. In dictionary we are having key value pairs. So here if you want to create a list, I can just I can take some sequence of elements, I can create a list. But dictionary I cannot do it like this. If you want to create a dictionary using dictionary function, then the values which I give in that particular sequence must be of pair type. Two values, pairs, because key value pairs. So the elements in that collection which I give must be of ordered pairs type. Then only the dictionary will be created. We'll see in a while. Okay, please note that. So this dictionary function created dictionary from sequence of key value pairs. See, I'll just give you an example. Let me create a dictionary object. Suppose if I want to create a dictionary object, I can use dict function. Am I clear? And here what I need to do is I need to create that key value pairs, my dear friends. So I need to have a collection. I need to have a collection of this key value pairs. I can do this 1, 2, 4, 5. Let us see this. So what it will do? So if you just check this dictionary object, so automatically it will convert this. Okay, sorry, its name. Sometimes it will create and it will give me some wrong errors. DI object. So here you see the key value pairs are created. The key values are created, and if you remember, dictionary is not an ordered, okay, type. It is an unordered. So you may be expecting this as the first key value pair and this as the second key value pair. That does not happen, sir. That order does not be maintained. Okay, that order is not maintained. Please note that. So this is how we can create a dictionary, but here we need to give that pair of elements. That is key value pair, you need to give it as an ordered pair. Collection of ordered pairs if you give, that will be converted to a dictionary by using this dictionary function. Is that clear, sir? Hope you understand. Yeah. Now suppose once you create a dictionary, how can you access the elements? How can you access the elements? See, as I mentioned, dictionary elements, okay, cannot be accessed because they are not indexed. So we cannot use indexing operator, slicing operator, extended slicing operators cannot be applied on dictionary. Please note that it's not a sequence, but the values we can access using the indices. We already done it. Okay, for example, if you are having this particular dictionary object, okay, here let us use this. Anyone, we already seen this. Suppose you are having this particular dictionary object. How can you access this value, sir? Using the key. Okay, dictionary name. Okay, within the square brackets, if you write the key value, you are going to get the value corresponding to it. So this is how we can access the elements of a dictionary. You create any dictionary. Okay, you create any dictionary using that. Okay, what is the name? Let me write down this name. This is school record. Oh, okay, sorry, it is a markdown cell. I need a code cell for this. School record. Okay, so what is the school record? Let me check this. Yeah, so I am having this school record. Now how can I access the elements, sir? School record key name. So what is the key name? I can use THRE. This, see here, when you use this, you know, IDs or this kind of Jupyter Labs and anything, they'll suggest you. So you can easily write it. Okay, so what is it? The third, what is it? The key 3 will give you the value. That is school record with the key, I can get the value. Using the key, I can get the value. So this is how we can access the, so using this particular syntax, that is dictionary name within the square brackets, the key. Whatever key is there, that if you write, you are going to get the value. Now comes whether dictionaries are mutable or not. Mutable means you can add the elements, remove the elements, update. So all these are possible. See, there are many operations are there, sir. We discuss this, all these data structures separately once again, where I discuss more operations. Here I am giving you the basic idea of all the built-in data types so that we can understand the loops, okay, and other concepts very well. So once you understand, control flow structures, okay, and you understand all the basic programming concepts, then again we discuss this list, okay, all this, the built-in data structures, actually, you can call them as built-in data types or built-in data structures in more detailed manner, where we also discuss the methods associated with it. So while doing the data types in a detailed manner, I also include some more questions because we already know the idea, so that we can review it and we can add that additional concepts, my dear friends. See, here also I can discuss those methods, but it looks like, very dangerous concept, because that is the biggest problem or advantage with the Python. See, for learning, there are so many functions, built-in methods available for each of these built-in types. If you keep on learning it, it looks like you can never learn it in your lifetime. But you should just have a basic idea. This particular type will have what type of functions. So once you have that, you can learn at least basic, functionalities or basic methods associated with that particular type. That is the idea, my dear friends. Okay. Don't try to, think that you can remember everything in the world, but there is a pattern or there is a particular type. For example, for all the sequence type, I told you some standard operations. Okay. Similarly, there are some standard methods associated with all the sequence types. Like that, we try to learn so that at least the standard methods you can learn it. That is the idea, my dear friends. Okay. Right. Now, when I say dictionaries are, mutable, means I can add elements and I can change, I can remove the elements. So I just discussed two important methods here. One is like, how can you add a new key value pair using this method? Dictionary name, whatever dictionary name is there, and key is equal to value, you can do it. Now here, if the key is already present, what happens? If key is not present, what happens? Let us see. Okay, with this example, I try to explain. So let me show you this school record only once again. So this school record, you already know it. Okay. Now, school record, I try to include a new key which is not available, say 5. Okay. Then I write Rajni. Okay. Then what happens? Automatically, a new item is created in the dictionary. You see 5, this is the index, new key, and corresponding to, here keys are indices actually, okay, in that sense. So here this is the key and corresponding value, my dear friends. So this is added. Now what I do is, I try to update school record, okay, maybe this 3, okay, maybe I write Bhanu. Let us see what happens. See, actually there is a key value 3 already existing in the dictionary, and for that this Rani is associated. The value is associated. In this case, what happens? See, what actually happens is, if you are trying to insert an entry with duplicate key, then the old value will be replaced with new value. That is, the value is replaced with this new value. So this old value Rani is replaced with this Bhanu. Let us see what happens. Now you can just check what is the school record. What happened? You see 3 Bhanu. That is, the Rani is replaced with Bhanu. So this is what happens, my dear friends. Suppose that key is not present, the key value pair is added to your dictionary. If key is already there, means this is a duplicate key. When you are trying to insert a key value pair with a duplicate key, so what happens? The key will remain the same, the value will be replaced by the new value. Updation will happen. Is that clear? Here updation will happen. Now you can use this particular method like del dictionary name key. So that particular dictionary name with that particular key will be deleted. For example, you don't like this because here you see this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, but this index is 5. You don't like it. This key is 5, you don't like it, you want to delete it. You can simply say del. What is the dictionary name, sir? School record. Oh, sorry. This is the markdown cell. Let me remove this. I need a code cell. Okay, so I need a school record. And here 5. That is, this particular item with key value 5 and value Rajni will be deleted, my dear friends. And you can just check what happens after this. So what happened? This particular, you can say record, we can call it. In dictionary, what happens? You can have records only. So one record or one item is deleted. So this is what happens exactly in dictionary, my dear friends. Is that clear? And if you want to access only keys, we have a special function. Actually, these are all methods but this keys and this values are very interesting in loop, so that's why I'm introducing this particular one. So generally what happens for the built-in types, if you want to use a method, dot that particular method name, and of course whatever arguments are there that need to be passed. Then what happens, this particular method will take place. So here what happens, this particular dictionary name keys, what it will do, let us see. School record, okay, dot keys. If I do it, what happens? What are the keys? 1, 2, 3, 4. So of course it comes with, you know, the heading like dictionary keys. I am going to get that particular list, dictionary keys. And how can I get dictionary values, my dear friend? Even I can get only value list of values. I can access only list of keys. I can access only list of values. See, suppose you want, you can access, or for example here you can you made this na, you can convert it as some list, okay, key list. I can call it as some key list, okay, is equal to, then you can see what is this key list. So that is it. It is converted to what? You are going to get only those keys, my dear friends. Okay, separately you can access, or you can just print out those values like that. Now here what happens, if you want to only retrieve the values, that also can be done with the name of the dictionary dot values. Okay, of course this is a function. Am I clear? So dictionary values. So what happens, you are going to get only the values. Only values list is retrieved, my dear friends. See, generally the functions will do this kind of activities. You want to perform some kind of operations. For built-in types, all the standard operations are already created. We just need to know how to use them. See, in Python, one thing you need to understand, most of the things are already built into the system. Okay, it is an open source, so many more things they are already creating. You just need to learn how to use them. That is the basic idea of Python, my dear friends. See, if you go for C language, of course, even in C language, we have, you know, standard libraries, but mostly like, you know, basic programming, you do it. But here, if you observe, basic programming principles, and you should learn how to use this basic types and what are the methods available for the basic types. You should know them and you should know how to use them. That is the basic idea, my dear friends. Please note that. So that is about dictionary, my dear friends. Okay, you can explore dictionaries. Again, we explore this dictionaries more when you talk about, you know, control flow structures, and separately we try to discuss about dictionaries later on, where I also discuss, you know, built-in methods. Am I clear? Of course, together with the revision. See, when I do this standard types, mainly these are very, very important, like string, list, tuple. Then we have this dictionary and set. These 5 are very, very important. So I separately take sessions on this, like built-in data structures, I can call them. And when I'm doing that, I also review all the basic concepts together with the control flows. Then we try to extend that with more like, you know, methods on those particular types. That is how we try to do it, my dear friends. Is that clear? Yeah. The next one is set. So what is a set, Babu? In Python, set is mutable. See, mutable means you can change, add elements, change elements, okay, like that. You can add, remove, okay, update, all these kind of activities can be done. Unordered collection. So you cannot access the elements by indices. So up to sequences, what all we discussed yesterday, they're all ordered by indices. Okay, but these fellows are all unordered, like dictionaries are unordered. In one sense, they are ordered by keys. That is, the values can be accessed using keys. So internally they are ordered, but externally, as if you see, dictionary elements are unordered, but internally the values can be ordered by keys. That is the idea. Whereas set is collection of, mutable collection of unordered distinct objects. See, so far, if you see in dictionary, I think, I not shown, let me just show you this in dictionary, but keys cannot be repeated there. Values can be repeated. For example, I just say dictionary obj. I'll just create a dictionary object where 1 is equal to Babu. 2 is equal to, see here values can be repeated. Here values can be repeated any number of times, and please be careful, values can be repeated any number of times. There is absolutely no problem, my dear friends. But keys, what about keys? Keys are also repeated. What happened then? Keys must be distinct. Let us print D object. I think it is creating an empty list, actually empty dictionary it is creating, or only one of them. Maybe let us try this. Only one of the object it is creating, or maybe different names, because values are same, keys are same, there is no problem, only one of the values is considered. Now suppose if I take different, I mean keys repeated, values are different. My name, let me write down. Maybe only one of the value is considered here. Okay, only one of the value is considered here, my dear friends. Let us see what is the type of this object. It is a dictionary only. Maybe if it is repeated, maybe it's like, you know, when you create a new or if you are adding a new value, or if you are adding a new item in the dictionary, what happens? The key value is same, means what? The original value is this Babu is replaced with this Sridhar. So only this is your dictionary, my dear friends. So that is what happens. So actually keys must be distinct. Keys are unique in the dictionary. If you are writing multiple keys, only one of the keys is considered. Maybe it's kind of considering it as a set. And exactly same thing will happen in the set also. Exactly same thing will happen in the set also. Am I clear? See, actually in the dictionary, you know, keys must be distinct. Unique keys we are having. So if you write multiple keys, that is, if you repeat the key, only the last key and the corresponding value, or only one key corresponding value will be considered. So the dictionary is now changed to only this one. Okay, please note that. Please be careful. And I think when you write small Babu, even the second one it is considering. Second one it is considering. Am I clear? Keys are case sensitive also. Suppose when I do this one as a string, let us try this as a string, then they are different. Here it is key number 1 and here it is key is a string. Then they are different. In this case I am going to get two objects. Please be careful. Okay. Now let us come back to the set. So in Python set is a mutable unordered collection of distinct object. See, when I said distinct object, if you write repetition, it is allowed. But what happens, just like in dictionary what we see, you repeat it, what happens? Only one of that is considered. So in sets we only have numbers or elements, objects you are having. We are having only objects, and those objects, if you repeat any of the object, it is considering them as only one object. That is, multiple copies are ignored. Only one copy of object is considered in the set, my dear friends. Let us try to see this with example. And before that, let us understand clearly. Set is unordered. We cannot access the elements by index. Heterogeneous elements are allowed. So you can have elements of different types. You can have different types of elements are allowed. Set is mutable. You can add new elements to the set. No problem. That is, the state of set can be changed. And objects of set must be immutable. See, even when we are talking about dictionary, the keys must be immutable. Only, the keys which you take, they must be immutable type. Here in the set, the objects must be immutable type. You can only take immutable type of object. Okay. You cannot have a set which contain one of the object as a list, one of the object as a byte array. Okay. One of the object cannot be an dictionary. Please note that. Okay. See, in a set we can have different objects. You can have numbers. All the numbers are allowed. String is allowed because it is immutable. Okay. Tuple is allowed. Bytes is allowed. But what is not allowed? List is not allowed as an object of a set because it is a mutable fellow. Mutable fellows are not allowed. Range is also allowed. No problem. But what is not allowed? List to byte arrays. Just no dictionary. Again, set cannot contain set itself. You cannot have a set of sets. Why, sir? Because set is mutable. So object of set cannot be a set. See, in mathematical set, we can have set of sets, but here Python sets cannot have set as an object. Please note that. And duplicates are not allowed. Not allowed in the sense, here we need to understand here, duplicate, if you write it, what happens? Automatically it is ignored. Automatically it is ignored. That is the idea here. Now let us see the syntax of set, Babu. There are two ways to create a set in Python, using comma separated immutable objects within the curly braces. Okay, so let me just write down. Let me create a set object. Okay, here what are the objects? You can have numbers. Okay, you can have float, you can have a string, you can have a tuple, you can have bytes. Byte arrays I'm not writing, I'm not using, sir. You can also have a dictionary. Dictionary is not allowed. Dictionary is immutable. See, you cannot have a list in this. So this is a set. So if you want to see what is type of S object, where is this S object? It is a set. Now suppose if I try to take one object as a list, it immediately tells Babu, check your type, unhashable type. Okay, so type error you are going to get. So set object cannot be a list. Set object cannot be a set also. You cannot also have set as a set object. Even that is error, sir. Please note, the object of set must be immutable type. Object of set must be immutable type, my dear friends. Please note that. Is that clear? See, it is same way, sir. Instead of using the square brackets, you are using the curly braces, or braces I can call it, or flower brackets. And the object in list, everything is allowed, but in this, in a set, only immutable objects are allowed. Only immutable objects are allowed. Now, how to access the elements of set? There is no way to access directly the elements of a set, Babu. Am I clear? If you want to access, maybe using loops, we need to access the elements. Okay, so there is no indexing operator. There is no slicing or extended slicing operator. Because it is mutable, set is mutable, we can have add method, we can add elements, we can remove elements, you can change the state of the set because it is mutable. Okay, but, and one more interesting thing, let me just show you the type I done. So here I created this set object, okay, obj. Now if you try to check this, see here I given in this order, but you see in what order we are going to get it. Even if you try to print also, you see, you might be getting in the same order sometime, but that set is not ordered set. So they are not stored in the specific order. Like this is first element, second element, not like that. Okay, maybe I'll just show you some other examples. Set object 2. Maybe I take A, B. I just want, like, I want to check, like, if I take a proper ordered elements, like, A, B, C. In that case, what happens? What is set object 2? Luckily you got it, but don't expect this order, sir. See, luckily here you got this order. Even I don't know what order I am going to get, sir. Okay, I am surprised here. So I got the proper order. So don't expect any order. Respect whatever order is given there. Use that and continue. Okay, so don't do like, because you are getting order, don't do it like this. It will say, Babu, set object is not subscriptable. We cannot access the elements using index. So that is the problem. Please be careful. Is that clear? Right. Now, as I mentioned, operation set does not support indexing, slicing operators. No indexing, no slicing operators. Even for dictionaries, no indexing, no slicing, no extended slicing. But within, that key value pairs, that values can be accessed using the keys. That possibility is there. But in set, no such possibility also. No indexing. Okay, at least dictionaries are internally ordered by the keys. Dictionaries are internally ordered by their keys, whereas sets are never ordered. Okay, so we cannot access them. So don't expect this kind of correct solution, sir. Okay, what order you get, don't expect anything when you take a particular set, my dear friends. Please be careful. And actually we use loop to access the set elements, my dear friends. For example, if you are having for x in what you got as object 2, you can say print x. Using this kind of loops, you can get the objects of the set, my dear friends. See here, you are getting ACB here. Okay, earlier when you print, you got ABC, but now you are getting ABC, you got now? Yeah, you got ABC object. Maybe I made a mistake here. Let me correct it once again. ABC, and let me redo this. So here I got ABC, but when you use for loop, you got ACB. So don't expect any order, sir. Respect the order which you are getting. That's it. And sets are mutable. Okay. So there are some methods like add methods and remove methods which you can use to add the objects in the set. So for example, you are having set object 2, and using this add method, you can add a new element. Maybe I can add a string Babu. So now you can see what is a subject 2. So that Babu is also added to the string. You can add. Now once you add, you can also remove the object using the same remove method. S object 2 dot remove. What do you want to remove? I want to remove this object B. That can be done properly. So after that, you can check what is this S object 2. Okay. Keys. There is some error. We got it properly. Why it is behaving differently? Acha, we already removed, no? So this is the problem. Actually, you already run once. Okay, because of that, it is showing that particular. See, actually, when I say this, you cannot repeat it. Actually, I need to take it separately. Let me just show you as object 2. So you have to be very careful, especially when you are using Jupyter. You run some, code cell, it remembers that. And again, you rerun that particular same code cell by changing the values, you may get some kind of error, sir. Please be careful. Okay. See here, B is already removed. Because of that, there is no B, it is showing it. Okay. Please be careful when you are using Jupyter, sir. Okay. So generally we use this Jupyter lab for, data science applications. But, basic level understanding of these particular types, it is better to go with, regular script, Python script. But to have the notes and code together, I am just using this Jupyter lab, my dear friends. Please be careful. Okay. Yeah. Because of that, it is happening. Okay. See, actually, these sets are typically used to perform mathematical operations. So we have, mathematical sets. We have union operation, intersection operation, difference operation. I am not discussing. I'll discuss when I discuss sets second time. I'll discuss these operations in a more detailed manner. Complement. So for that they are used, and in Python these are implemented as methods. Using methods, we are going to implement these operations, my dear friends. Okay. So those operations we discuss when we discuss sets in more detailed manner. That is when we discuss sets again. Got it? That is about sets, my dear friends. And the last type is frozen sets. See, frozen sets, just see what are sets are. They are mutable. So frozen means what? Immutable. Okay, you cannot change it. Frozen sets. Immutable variant of sets are frozen sets. Okay, but if you want to create them, you have to use this frozen set function. Using frozen set function, any type. Okay, let it be list, let it be tuple, let it be set. They all can be converted to a frozen type, my dear friend. Frozen set, you call it. Okay. So you just need to give that, frozen set function. Using that, you are going to create this. I'll just give you one example. Frozen set object. How you create it, sir? Using this. Oh, sorry, this is a markdown cell. Again, I am doing the same mistake. Let me remove it and code cell. So here what I am doing, frozen set. You see this? Frozen set function. So what it will do, it will give an empty frozen set. So if you see, what is this FS object? It is an empty frozen set. It is an empty frozen set. Now once it is empty, you cannot add elements, sir. You cannot add elements to it. Okay, normal set you can add element, but here you cannot add elements because frozen set object has no attribute add, because it is immutable. Frozen set is immutable. Okay, so you have to create a new object altogether. Am I clear? You have to create new object altogether. Maybe FS object, let me write in a different cell. Frozen set 23, 45, 67. Now you might be worried about, you just said I cannot change. See my dear friend, frozen set object cannot be changed. This FS object is just a variable. Please try to understand mutability or immutability, especially immutability we need to understand. When I say immutability, object cannot be changed. So original object, empty object is left there itself. But now this variable can reference to a new object. Variable can change its referencer. So again I created a new object which is frozen set, to that it is referring. And on this FS object now I cannot add any more elements. On this FS object I cannot add any more elements. Please try to note that. Okay, when I say an object is immutable, the object is immutable, not the variable. In Python, the secret is, in Python, variables are just names. Okay, if it is referring here an immutable object, it doesn't like this, you can change the reference to something else. That is possible. But using this, you cannot add element to this particular object. That is, this object is immutable. Variable has only reference, only it is just a name, nothing more than that. Variable in Python is just a name. It can refer to you. Okay, so my name is Sridhar. Okay, Sridhar can refer to me, Sridhar can refer to someone else in the world also. There can be many Sridhars. Am I clear? So this Sridhar name does not like me, it may refer to someone else and talk about it. Am I clear? That is the idea here. Please note, object is immutable means that is the problem of object, not the problem of variable. So object remains immutable. This reference I can give it to some other object. Okay. So if the reference I am giving to some other object, at that particular time it may be mutable or different immutable object. Maybe, for example, this is FS object. What is FS object now? What is FS object? That is a frozen set. Now I say FS object is equal to 34, 56, 78. Here 34, 56, 78 is a list which is a mutable object. There is absolutely no problem. Now this FS object, I made it as a list, no problem. See, reference, this name is, or variable name is just a reference. Object is immutable, not the variable. But using this variable name, if you want to do something to this object, when the object is immutable, it will say Babu, check. That is the idea. That we need to understand. Is the idea clear? So this is about your immutable objects, my dear friends. Of course, if you want to create this frozen set, you have to use this frozen set function. Directly it cannot be created like set, my dear friends. Okay. So before the set, you can just write down this frozen set function, then it will be created. Okay. So please note that point, my dear friends. Frozen set function returns an immutable frozen set object initialized with elements from the given object like list, tuple, or even set. Frozen set object, where object is the object of list, tuple, set, etc. type. That's it. So you can create a empty frozen set, or you can create a frozen set from a list, tuple, or set, or any other objects, my dear friends. Generally the sequence types. Generally from this sequence type it is created. So this is about your data types. Okay. So these are the data types, my dear friends. Please remember all the data types. Am I clear? So we started with scalars. That is, data types can be classified as built-in data types and user-defined data types. User-defined data types later on we learn. For that we need to create classes and other thing. Okay. We need to learn about object-oriented programming at least little. We'll try to understand that particular aspect. But for gate point of view, if you are preparing, that is not that important, but at least you should have the idea of the class. That we try to discuss little later. Okay, then under built-in data types, we are having two types. One is called scalars, the other one is called non-scalars. What are the scalars, sir? Scalars are like numbers. So what all numbers you are having? We have int type, we have float type, we have complex type, we have bool type, and there is one special type, none. Actually, people don't like to call it as number. So that's why scalars we can classify like numbers and none. Then for non-scalars, we are having sequences. We are having sequences. What are the sequences we discussed, sir? We started with string, then we have list, then we have tuple, then we are having range. Actually, range can be created with a function. Just like frozen set can be created using frozen set function, range can be created using range function. Then we have bytes and byte array. So these are the sequences. Okay, out of these sequences, list is mutable, byte array is mutable, and you see all these are immutable. All are immutable. All are immutable. All are immutable. And here sequences, when you consider, mainly they are ordered. They are ordered by the indices using indexing. That is, you can use indexing operator. You can use slicing operator, extended slicing operator. You can do it. Then we also, after ordered, whether they are mutable or immutable, you have to check whether they are having heterogeneous or homogeneous type of elements. We need to understand. Then whether they can have duplicate elements or not, we need to understand. Okay, so mainly they are all ordered. That's why we call sequencing means ordering, sir. Here they are sequenced by the indices. Then we have the map, which is dictionary. Dictionary externally unordered, mutable. It is unordered and mutable. But internally it is ordered by keys. That is, values can be ordered by the keys. Internally ordered but externally unordered. Okay, and the keys must be immutable type. Keys must be immutable type. And keys, duplicate keys are not allowed. Duplicate values are allowed. Then finally we have set. Okay, set type, we are having two fellows set type. One is set, the other one is frozen set. Okay, frozen set is just a immutable variant of set. Am I clear? And set is also unordered, mutable collection of distinct elements. Whereas frozen set is unordered, immutable collection of distinct elements. Please note that. And one more thing for sets. Suppose you are having a set object. Let us say 2, 3, 4, 5, 45, whatever it is. Am I clear? Okay, suppose if I want to add one more object, like we have this add method now. Suppose I want to add 45 again. What happens? Nothing will happen. But if you see this S object, it would be again same 45. That is, 45 will not be repeated. So even if you add that element again, it is ignored, my dear friends. It is considered as the same element. Please note this point. Am I clear? This is about the data types. So totally there are how many data types we discussed, sir? Built-in data types. They are built-in data types. Built-in data types. Okay. 14. First 5 here. Then here, how many sequences? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 5 plus 6, 11. 1 dictionary, 12. And set and frozen set, totally 14. So this is about your data types. Okay. So tomorrow we'll have this Sridhar Navami vacation. And after tomorrow, I start with operators. Okay. Operators in Python. We'll try to discuss about different operators we see in Python. Okay, I think maybe 2 or 3 sessions are required for these operators. Once we complete operator, then we move on to this control flows. Okay, so that's all for today, sir. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or you can send me in my Telegram group. Okay, your doubts you can always send me in your Telegram group, or you can comment here. We'll try to read out your doubts. This is my Telegram group, CS_Sridhar. You can also WhatsApp me on this number. So that's all. Thank you very much.